Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in Yamato and I've got a crazy game for you, but this one's got a little bit of a twist. Rather than showing you guys a crazy game that ends with me winning the game, I'm gonna do something a little different. In fact, we're going to go analyze a failure. Where did this match go wrong? What could we have done differently that could have led to a different outcome? So, with that in mind, hopefully you guys are ready. This is a different kind of video, I understand. We are going to try to make it entertaining as always, and we're in the Army, so you know there's going to be plenty of entertainment. Now, yesterday in the Montana, you guys may have heard me say that there was somebody that we ended up, or no, maybe it wasn't yesterday in the Montana. Maybe it was in the Borgonia. I think it was in the Borgonia video. It was in the Borgonia video where we ended up having a guy that I had already mentioned that he was in a Musashi and we kind of annihilated him. Yeah, that's this match. So hopefully you guys are ready. There's going to be some interesting moments for sure. Now, right off the bat, the Stalingrad gets spotted and then he goes bow into us. We're in a Yami. Do we care if people go bow into us? There are only two ships in the game that, if they go bow in, are even an issue, and that is the Frederick de Grossa and the Grossa Curvers. That's it. Everybody else gets punished for going bow into a Yami. I mean, I'm not saying you should go broadside to a Yami. That's not going to help your case either. But I'm just saying, this is the one ship, or one of two ships in the game where you go, he's bowing. I wonder how this is going to go. And you still slap him for 20,000 damage. Like, it's ridiculous. That's why I don't play the Yami as much as I used to. It's just easy. Like, it really is as easy as it gets in a battleship. If you can't play the Yami, then I don't think you're a battleship guy. Because it doesn't get any easier in terms of what ship you want to play. Now here, Yugamo's spotted. We do what we got to do. We got to try to take a shot at him. And we get a nice hit. We get two shells to hit. One was a full pin. And we get a nice chunk off of him. Now he's down to a third of his... Well, he's lost a third of his health. Keep an eye on this Des Moines. This Des Moines has a smoke screen, which is crazy in and of its own. We have a destroyer all the way on the outside flank spotting for us, which is awesome. You love to see it. And this Des Moines is about to not utilize the smoke screen. He's not about to use, common sense and wait for me to engage. And then, he's going to pull out broadside on in front of a Musashi, a Yamato, a Des Moines, or a Stalingrad. Broadside. Wonder how this is going to end. And it was at this moment I was like, this guy's done. Like, he's not getting away with this. He is full broadside to a Stalingrad, which can annihilate cruisers, and of course Yami, and I mean, really? How did you think that was going to go? And that leads me to my first point. Guys, we all make mistakes. But on what planet did you think that was going to end any other way? Please. Please explain that to me. Like, you know what's gonna happen. You're going broadside to a Stalingrad, which he's lucky didn't citadel him, and a Yamato in a Des Moines. It's not like the Des Moines is a freaking Worcester or, well, a Mino does get touched. So, like, I can't even say that. But, like, it's not like it's a Worcester or a Mainz or Weimar. Like, Des Moines does not get the benefit. Oh, my God. Speaking of benefit of the doubt. Yep. Welcome to being bow in against a Yamato with a 32mm bow. Doesn't work out. But yeah, Des Moines, Balti, oh my God, nice torps from our buddy out there on the edge. Again, this is one of those situations where you get the attention of the enemy and they come towards you and they tunnel vision you and suddenly they get annihilated by torpedoes. And that's why you don't need to look at what I've done in this match. Like, we've got Musashi out there. We'll deal with him in a little bit. But we're utilizing the island to limit who could shoot us for the longest time. And we were able to focus down the Stalingrad. And now we've got a broadside Yamato because he knows he can't stay out there going in a straight line. But it's pick your poison. You're either going to go broadside and get blapped to crap by a Yamato, or you're going to eat Shima torps. Which do you prefer? It's one of those situations where he's screwed. He knows he's screwed. But unfortunately, our destroyer here doesn't keep him spotted. He gets around the backside of the island, and that allows this Yami to then angle away from us. And I'm still figuring we're gonna smack him pretty good here, but he angles away from us, and that's gonna allow him to get away and then go straight for Arashima. Well, Arishima's already used his torpedoes, so that Yami could potentially ruin it. Now, of course, Musashi, right as he gets around the corner of the island, takes a shot at us, but we're okay. We've got another heal left. We're using our first heal, and Yami is about to make a ridiculously poor turn. So we're going to take that shot, and look at that. That's so juicy. No citadels and only 3 overpins. One of those situations where I wish he was spotted so that I could actually see where those shells landed. I'm guessing they landed high, or maybe I didn't. I let them too much and they went through the bow. Either way, did not give me the result I was looking for. Now I'm in a position where I'm worried about the destroyers. Fortunately for me, the destroyers are in a position where they're not really a threat to me. But this Musashi, he's full broadside. He's trying to push up on my team, and I'm trying to put myself in a position where I can affect that. Now, as you can see, we see the bow of a ship. We're going to go ahead, aim our shot as best we can, take the shot, assuming that we get a decent hit here. It looks aimed a little bit too far forward. He is slowing down, and we get the worst of That guy literally needs to go play the lottery. Those shells avoided him. That's one of those situations where you just look at it and you go, well, RNG said no. Stalingrad wishes he got a little bit of that, but unfortunately he did not. Yami, however, again, still full broadside to us. We're behind the island, so I don't really have a shot here. So I want to creep forward before we take this shot, and there we get the guns around the island. And this should be all she wrote for this Yami. And there it is. Now, Yugamo goes out on our Arashima. Remember, this is the guy that we hit at the beginning of the game. But he's still alive. He goes out after Arashima. Shima, to his credit, trying to fight the Yugamo as well. Shima should have a little bit of a HP advantage. So getting into a gunfight with the Yugamo here, I highly recommend, like, this is one of those situations where this is how I know that the Shima knows what he's doing. Even if he has been a little bit passive, he's done a pretty good job. We try to help him out. We take the shot, and unfortunately, he's just on the outside of our range, and we're not able to lead him enough. But look at the Musashi. Musashi shot us a little while ago, so he knows we exist. This is what you call unacceptable. You cannot put yourself in this position if you're that Musashi. Like, you know that I'm here. You just shot me. And yet you still decide to go full broadside in front of me as you're trying to charge across the center of the map. So in this mind, as the Musashi, you've got to think, okay, well, now I'm in trouble. Now, I can understand where this comes, and look at this next shot. This is the point at which I'm like, okay, I need to try to hit this Shima because he's going to be a problem. I knew it. Like, look at this point. I'm aiming at a guy that's in a smoke screen. Nothing I can do about it. Our summoner takes a torpedo, ends up getting obliterated from the, I think it was the Mino over there that got a good shot on him. Look at my cruisers behind the island to my left. There are 3 cruisers. 2 of them directly next to each other behind the island. 1 of them is further back. I take a shot at the Alaska here because he's broadside, he's at range. This is a good chance to get rid of him. And it's a decent shot. He does slow down a little bit. We get a couple of hits on him. The Mino is starting to take shots at us, but he's going behind the island. Nothing I can do about that. I've got to contest the cap here. So that's why I'm moving forward. This isn't the best idea for me to move forward into the cap, but at the same time, we don't have a choice. We have to move in. We have to contest the cap. Give our team a chance. If we can give our team a chance, we win this match. And then the Musashi here, again, makes the unacceptable decision as he's turning in. He catches himself and he runs aground. Now, here, I want to shoot this Mino, but look at him get blapped. I'm like, okay, fine. He's going to be able to get ruined by our Stalingrad that's over there. We do have 2 cruisers. And here, I am going to get the worst RNG of my life. This guy is broadside in his Musashi, and again, I know he watches the channel. I'm not dissing him whatsoever. We all make mistakes. This is just one of those times where I'm like, guys, the game is just not going to allow me to do my thing. Now here, Mino did survive, so I need to get the shot out to finish him off. Should have shot him earlier. Maybe I would have kept him from getting the torps away, and maybe I end up living this game. But look at this guy. He's broadside at 6 kilometers in a Musashi, and my shells just say nope. Now here come the torpedoes from the Shima, first wall of skill. We're in a position where we get very fortunate to be just on either side of the torpedoes. You'll love to see it. Here, again, we're like, okay, this guy's dead. No Citadel. Shoot again. Surely this is the one. And it is, finally. And that's when the torpedoes from the Mino show up. We do get one right on the bow. We have no choice but to use the damage con. You can see getting a... you can see that this was before in the live stream where I dropped the whole... yeah, we're done here. We're done. The Shima ends up killing us. We put ourselves in a position where we could help get rid of that battleship and the Mino, and unfortunately the Shima takes us out. There's not a whole lot different I could have done there other than utilize that island a little bit better. Maybe get rid of the Mino on the first shot, because the Musashi wasn't going anywhere, is what I'm saying. He beached himself, he's broadside, he's not going anywhere. So I should have killed the Mino right away. Which, by the way, if you guys haven't checked him out, he's got a YouTube channel. His name's Big J. Make sure you guys check his channel out as well. I know he's a streamer, so go over and give him some love as well. But the Mino, if I kill him, he doesn't get those torpedoes away at me. If he doesn't get his torpedoes into me, then I potentially don't take the torpedo that causes a flood, and then I'm able to potentially survive against the Shima. It's unlikely, because Shima does so much damage. But then Stalingrad here, I don't have anything to say. This guy is literally going to make every possible wrong move he could make. So he could easily go up against the Shima here. Shima's full health. Shima could potentially gun this guy down. I get that. But at the same time, are your odds any better at a range? I don't think so. Because you're putting, at this point, all of your faith in not getting torpedoed. Now, he does realize after he gives up both caps, Shima does take a shot at him, gets himself detected. But he manages to miss, doesn't get a good clutch shot into the Shima. But he starts to come around the island. And I think we can all see where this is going. Like, come on, dude. He knows you're here. He knows you were spotted. He's got a good chance to drop torps on you, and you're turning right around the island into it. Now remember, Stalingrad does not get sonar. Stalingrad also has battleship guns. This is not the ideal ship for going after a Shima. And I get that, but he doesn't have a choice, right? There are some times where you just don't have a choice. You got to do what you got to do, and you got to play your butt off to try to do the best that you can. Unfortunately, I mean, every move that he made was perfectly countered by the Shima, and you gotta love it. Like, this guy literally is about to turn back out. Shima showed that he was going outside, so the guy's like, okay, I'm going over here. I don't know if this guy's running the perceptive skill or whatever, twist and track, whatever it is for the Russians, but there's the wall of skill that was inevitable. You knew it was coming. And he put himself in a broadside position so he could catch half of them. So it's unfortunate. We ended up having a great game. I don't think, honestly, that there is a lot that I could have done differently there other than maybe use that island. The Des Moines at the beginning of the match. If that Des Moines doesn't do what he does, we win that match. One person. That's all it takes. One person in that situation could have done something differently to not get dev struck. He survives late into the game. He ends up killing that Shima. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So, it's one of those situations where maybe if the guy survives a little bit longer, doesn't go full broadside in front of a Stalingrad Yami and get dev struck, if he survives, he can easily kill that Shima, and we win that match. And if I had done a little bit differently as well, if I hadn't pushed, if I had shot the Mino early, instead of going for the Musashi, thinking that the Stalingrad was going to kill the Mino. And of course the Mino gets left on like just no health and then gets his torps away on us. So let me know what you guys think. Is there something that I missed that you guys picked up on in the video? And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.